Hello again, Jungle Explorer here, and again today I'm going to talk about another little one of these action cams that I bought, the Lightdow LD4000. I normally go with the DB Power branded GoPro knockoffs, I guess you'd call them. I've been pretty satisfied with their products, but I saw this and I thought I'd give it a try. It was about $40 on Amazon.com, and so I bought it, and it comes in a pretty nice box, pretty fancy case, and it's got tons of accessories in there for different things, all kinds of, bicycle mount, belt clip, hat clip, I guess, different mounting stuff. They all come with a bunch of accessories. I'm not really going to talk about the accessories. I haven't really got a chance to put this in the field to use it actively, but I have done some testing with it. And what I'm going to do today is just kind of give you some examples of what it can do. I'm going to compare it to my two other cameras that I own, which is the DB Power SJ4000 and the DB Power EX5000, and show you some video comparisons of the three, so that you can kind of see which one you like the best. I had another camera made by the Anart company, and I really thought the video quality on it was so inferior that I returned it. I'm going to go ahead and keep the Lightdow. From what I've seen so far, it is decent for the price. Can't beat it for 40 bucks. But I'm going to let you make the decision and the choice, your own judgment on how you like the video that it produces. So there's going to be some video coming up here in a second. Before I do that, though, I'm going to just basically walk you through some of the basic things in case you've never owned one of these little cameras, just for information's sake. Pretty much all these are GoPro knockoffs. All their accessories pretty much are interchangeable with the GoPro. They follow the GoPro format. There's a few models of GoPro, and I don't think these accessories would be like interchangeable with, say, the GoPro Hero 4 or anything like that. But with the original GoPro, they're all interchangeable. This is the little waterproof case, and so they're all the same size. This case came with the Lightdow, but I could put this camera, that camera, and they all follow the same format. This camera right here, this is the power button to turn it on. When you turn it on, here comes the screen. This camera here, I bought my SJ4000 last year, and it's kind of slow. So when you turn it on, like, I'll give you an example here. I'm going to go ahead and turn them on side by side, and you'll see that the SJ4000 is, I'm not sure if it's a software issue or if it's a hardware issue, but it's just slower. So go ahead, ready, kind of get both fingers on here, and you see that's already ready to go. This is still loading over here, and there we go. So it takes about 4 seconds from the time you push the button to the time it's ready to record for this to be ready. This one is just a little over a second, so that's actually really fast. So there is something that's improved. I don't know if it's the software or the hardware, and this is actually faster than on the SJ4000, and that's a plus. And so the nod goes to the LD4000 from Lightdow on speed of turning on, I guess. And that's important. Sometimes you want to take, film, and you want to turn it on real quick, and I've missed shots because of that 4 seconds, and you wouldn't think that would be a big issue. All of these cameras come with, most of them, I would say, that I've seen, come with a 170 degree wide angle lens, and that is very wide. And how you get that wide angle, and if I can keep this in line here, you can see there's kind of a dome to the actual camera, the lens, and that would be called a fisheye. And what it does is it stretches. Because the lens is domed, it grabs light from wider angles. These do a relatively good job of hiding the fisheye effect, which where you'll see it is if you're like filming underneath like a high power line, and the high power line will look totally bent and warped. But generally anything right in the center is not going to be warped, but the things on the outer edges of the film or the video is going to be a little bit warped as a result of the fisheye effect. But generally you won't notice that. It does a pretty good job of noticing that. But the downside of having that fisheye is that anything that is the further away objects get from the camera, the smaller they're going to appear. It makes everything look really small. So if you're filming a seagull on the ocean at 20-30 yards away, it's going to look more like a sparrow flying through the air than a seagull. The closer the objects are, the minimization or the minimizing of them, making them smaller, is less. But the further they get away, things look really, really small. Okay, you can zoom in on things with this. It has a digital zoom. So these buttons will allow you to zoom in. So I've got you can see here, hopefully you can see that on screen, there is it's got the other camera there, and I'll go ahead and zoom in on it, and so you can see it there. Now you're not actually using an optical zoom here, it's a digital zoom. So basically the software is cropping out the picture. It's not actually there's a difference between an optical zoom and a digital zoom. An optical zoom is actually using the lens to magnify. This is not magnifying anything. It's no different than if you took a big picture with your camera, took it to your computer, and then using your cropping software, you cropped out a small square and then blew that up. That's what it's doing. So the quality of the video is going to be reduced using the digital zoom, and it's a 4 times digital zoom. So basically you're cropping at 4 times smaller. But in some cases you may need to use that, and it does work. And so that option is available. The camera comes with a micro SD card reader, has a mini and a micro USB ports for data and charging. Battery case down here has this little, you pull this little tab here and the battery port is supposed to pop out. I don't, because it doesn't really come out very well, and I've got big fingers, it is hard for me to get this battery case, that battery case off. So how I solve that situation is by leaving, the batteries have a little tab on them, and if you leave that little tab of the battery sticking out, then whenever you pull this little catch back, you can grab the battery tab and out comes the battery. So that's just a little trick you learn from using these cameras. So I'm going to walk along here with the LD4000. Kind of go from sunlight into shadows. Give you an example of how it handles different transitions from light to dark. Okay, so I'm going to do a little mic test here to demonstrate to you the sound capturing capabilities of the little mic of the LD4000 and compare that to how well it captures sound inside the case and outside the case, so you can kind of see how that is. And you know, I can just tell you from experience, it doesn't capture much sound inside the case. It's very muffled, but you know, you might be interested in that, so I'm going to show you. So anyways, I've got a little sound file that I'm going to play on my phone and let it record it, and then do the same thing with inside the case. So outside the case. This is a sound test of the LD4000 sports camera. Okay, so we did that outside the case, and now putting it inside the case here. Alright. Okay, let's see. I have to set her down like that. Okay, let's go. This is a sound test of the LD4000 sports camera. And there you have it. I'll let you now see the results of what that sounded like. I'll play each video file in sequence so you can hear the difference. This is a sound test of the LD4000 sports camera. This is a sound test of the LD4000 sports camera. Well, there you have it, the Lightdow LD4000 sports action camera. You saw the video examples that I gave you. You heard the sound test. You can compare those and make your own judgments. My personal judgment is that the Lightdow did very good. It clearly beat the EX5000 in all the different scenarios. It held pretty good with the SJ4000, although for my personal color taste, I think the SJ4000 was a little bit more correct on its color rendition and balance, and it was a little brighter, and I kind of tend to like brighter videos and stuff. So I would give the nod to the SJ4000, but the Lightdow did an excellent job here. And you know, as far as the sound quality, you now know that you can't, if you want to capture sound, you're not going to be able to capture good quality sound inside the waterproof case, and that's not the camera's fault. The waterproof case does not have an external mic adapter on it, so that when you put the camera in there, it has an external mic, and the waterproof case is just stopping the sound from coming through to get to the little mic on the camera. There's not a whole lot that could be done about that while the camera's in the case without putting an external mic adapter in here. So for the $40 that I paid for it, this is a steal of a deal. It's a lot better than the Anart SD9 that I bought last year, which was just garbage and made everything look purple, and had horrible video quality. I'm going to say the video quality on this is usable to good, and the color balance is adequate. And for the $40 that you can buy on Amazon.com, it's a steal of a deal, and I would recommend, if you need a cheap camera, getting it. If you have a chance to get the SJ4000, they're a little harder to find these days because it is last year's model. By DB Power, I would get that one. Personally, I think it had just a little bit better color, but I'm going to keep this camera and I'm going to use it, and it's gonna do well for me. So there you have it, my review of the Lightdow LD4000. If you have enjoyed this video and found it useful and it's helped you, I would appreciate it if you would like the video and comment. Tell me what I did wrong, what I could do better, and subscribe to my channel for future reviews. Thanks for watching. Until next time.